on. I gotta see folks. Who turned them lights down? Turn them back up. It might be a few coons in the audience. I gotta see who's out there. Keep the lights on, Jack. Let me see who out here. Okay? Damn, the dark. We don't do the dark no more. So in Y2K, George Bush and the leaders of the American power structure said, white people are sick and tired of running away from black people out into the suburbs. When white people want to go to a Kansas City Chiefs game, they don't want to sit on the freeway in traffic for 30 minutes. They remember when they used to live in the city and all they had to do was take a quick car ride or public transit ride, or it's inconvenient living in the suburbs. They only went out there to run away from our ancestors who moved up here during the Great Migration. And since black people are so in love with white people, wherever they go, you have to chase them. Oh yes. There's nowhere white people can go where Negroes will not follow them. If they go to the moon, you're taking an Uber. If they go to Mars, you're ordering a Lyft. That's how much you love your oppressors. And this also speaks to why gentrification is partly our fault. Oh yes. Kansas City, Omaha, Nebraska, where I was last night, Philadelphia, Baltimore, New York, DC, LA, gentrification is partly our fault. You know why? When the white folks took white flight in the 60s and the 70s and abandoned the ghetto, we could have bought everything up in the ghetto. We could have locked the ghetto down. So when George Bush decided we're going to take back the major cities, there would be nothing for them to take back because everything is owned and deeded to black folks. But we didn't do that. We chased white people out to the suburbs. And those of us in the ghetto didn't want to own nothing in the ghetto because we were trying to get out to the white suburb as well. So gentrification is a part of our responsibility as well. Now, be that as it may, I got some questions for Mayor Quinn. Now, y'all can't talk because y'all just re-elected him. And I ain't got nothing against old Quinn. But I'm trying to understand, if you're pushing a reparations task force to see if black folks in Kansas City are entitled to reparations because he said he wants to reduce the wealth gap between black people and white folks in Kansas City, Missouri. I don't have a problem with that, Mayor Quinn. But guess what? How can you be focusing on reparations from our brothers and sisters in Kansas City when you're not doing nothing about the gentrification happening right now? How you talk about reparations in Kansas City, you're not doing nothing about the unemployment right now? How you going to focus on reparations for Kansas City, you're not doing anything about the black homelessness in your city right now? Listen to me, brothers and sisters. This is a mistake we make it all over the United States. Black people with our one-track mind are only thinking about reparations, reparations, reparations. You are giving up the fight against gentrification. You're giving up the fight against hunger, homelessness, unemployment. And guess what? This is a trap of the white power structure. Get them Negroes talking about reparations and nothing else, so we can close them out of everything else and get back to the reparations when we feel like it. You don't ever fight on one front when you black. We got about 30 major problems, and so we need 30 strategies in play at once. Reparations, let's have a reparations committee for that, and it's over. You're going to deal with homelessness. You're going to deal with miseducation. You're going to deal with youth employment. You're going to deal with black on black crime. But you can't have every black in Kansas City focused on reparations because we lose everywhere else. Now you got 4 black people in your city council. 2 queens, 2 kings. Or 4 coons, I'm not sure. But I'm just saying. I don't know because I haven't met them yet. I want to be respectful of the sisters. One of them introduced the reparations study, so maybe she's a little conscious, a little woke. I don't know. Y'all voted for them, not me. See, we as black people have a problem. And I'm not throwing no shade on them because I haven't studied their records yet. But we have a problem of voting for people just because they're black without even seeing what their agenda is. And if I'm correct, and correct me if I'm not, all 4 of them and your mayors are members of the Democratic Party plantation. Is that correct? None of them are independent, right? See, let me explain something. Dr. Umar doesn't vote for any more black politicians if they're not independent. Because if you don't run as an independent, that means you don't have an independent mind. You don't have an independent agenda. You don't have an independent strategy. And most of all, you don't have no independent money. See, your council persons and your mayors were elected on white money. The Democratic Party fronted those campaigns. And what happens when you're black and you care about your people, and I have no doubt that they may, but if you were financed by the banks of Kansas City who are redlining blacks out of owning homes, if you're financed by the big business people of Kansas City who keep black people unemployed, if you're financed by the same entities that are gentrifying black people out of Kansas City, when you win, although your skin is black, your entire policy is going to be white. Because the hand that pays is the hand that rules. And the mistake that we make from Kansas City down to Dallas, over to Phoenix, back up top to Portland, we do not investigate who's funding the black people we vote for. Not one of you in here, before you went down to the polling station, not one of you looked up Mayor Quinton's campaign contributors. I'm not talking about the people who gave $1,000. I'm talking about the people who gave $250,000. Did you look to see who's funding him? The 2 brothers and the 2 sisters on city council, did you look to see who was funding them? And then you get all upset when they don't do nothing for us. How could they? If the money that controls you is white, your agenda will be white. And now, next year, Crazy Joe and Coonish Kamala want you to come on out and vote again. Now, I want y'all to go on Kamla Harris's Twitter when you leave here today. Because while I was backstage here at the Gym Theater, I got an alert. The vice president sent out a tweet, and you know what? I'm going to read it to you. She did it less than 30 minutes ago. I'm going to read this to you. It's the most insulting, disrespectful thing I've ever seen come out the White House in recent times. Let me read this to you. Where you at, Kamala, with your white husband? And I know we got some snow bunny Negroes in here. I know we got some bunny hoppers in here tonight. This is the Dust Bowl. I know you niggas love that Caucasian cookie. I know we got some bunny hoppers in here tonight. I know we got some bunny hoppers in here tonight. You know what? The rainbow gangers ain't even my problem no more. It's the bunny hopping black men all in my feed cursing me out, leave me alone. I had a brother say, listen, Dr. Umar, I know I got a white woman, but check this out, brother. I was asleep when I met her. I met her in college. I ain't know nothing about no Malcolm X, no John Henry Clark, no Honorable Marcus Garvey, brother. I was asleep, and I admit that this is not the best situation for me, brother. But what am I supposed to do? I said, do you have any children? He said, yeah. I said, how old is the youngest? He said, 16. I said, that's good news. Because the minute his ass graduates and goes off to college, you leaving that bunny for a sister if you really care about what's going on. And you know what bothers me? When you see black men with a white woman and another black woman just happens to be walking by. Sisters know what I'm talking about. He will go out of his way not to acknowledge a black woman when he's with the snow bunny. Lord have mercy. And then what makes it even worse than that, y'all don't even get the cute white girls. Damn. You got you an old 600-pound, 3-neck turkey and cold cheese. Snow bunny. You went out and got you a little shriveled up 98 pounds straight off the opioid road snow bunny. One brother pulled up with a bunny, she had like 3 teeth in her mouth. No cooking ass snow bunnies. No seasoning, no jerk sauce. I'm like, if you're gonna get one, at least get something where the brother can say, you shouldn't have done it, but she built like one of ours or something. Y'all get old nasty old bunny. Jesus Christ. And shame on you black mothers, because I'm coming across a lot of black women who are telling me, Dr. Umar, I cannot tell my son that he can only date black women because I'm a Christian. This is what they telling me. Black mothers, 30s and 40s and 50 years old, Dr. Umar, I love you, I support you, but I cannot tell my son that he can only date black women because the God I serve don't see no color. Here we go with that colorblind religious bullish. I'm not against Christianity. I'm not against Islam. But I'm against any institution that manipulates you into thinking your color don't matter because it's the only thing that has ever mattered. And until you put black consciousness back into the Christian church is a waste of time. Oh yes. Oh yes. And that's coming from a descendant of Christian pastors I am. Because the black church takes 3 things from us we can't afford to waste. And they take it from us every Sunday. The first thing, they take too much time for black folks. You gotta go to church, morning service, afternoon service, New Year's service, Christmas service, Thanksgiving service, the snow bunny service. Then you gotta come to Bible study, the women's meeting, the men's meeting, the deacons meeting, and then gospel choir. You got 10 different events you are obligated to. And I'm not against those events if the church was doing something for the black community. But you ain't got time for the damn gospel choir when we got children out here blowing each other's brains out because they ain't got no job. Gospel choir can wait. Gospel choir can wait. You tell Deacon Pork Chop and Pastor Watermelon and Deaconess Cherry Kool-Aid that you're going to go fight in the community because doing God's work is in the streets, not inside of a building. The work gets done outside the building. The church takes too much time. And with all respect to the church, if you have a son, he cannot join the choir. Because I don't know what's going on with the choir. But there is an effeminizing energy. I don't know if it's the drums. I don't know if it's the long skirt they wear. I don't know if it's the remix. But I see masculine black boys walk into gospel choir and come out with that walk. You know, it's a little jiggle to it. You know what I'm talking about, sister. That's why you cracking up. I don't know what the choir is doing with black boys. I'm not accusing them of nothing. All I'm saying, somehow, some way, it reduces the masculinity of our boys when they join the choir. So the church take too much time. And then the church take too much of your energy. Damn, y'all be in there sweating, soaking wet. Preach, pastor, preach. Catching the Holy Ghost. Here's what I want to know. If we so spiritual, like we claim, I'm so spiritual. I'm so in love with the Lord. I'm so spiritual. Why in the hell Kansas City, Missouri got a dropout crisis? You so spiritual, so in love with God's word. Why y'all got a record number of black mothers with children living homeless on the street? If you so in love with God, shouldn't I be able to see your faith through your deeds? And shame on you black parents out here shopping for stuff your child don't need. Christmas shopping. Do y'all have a black bank in Kansas City, Missouri? Do we have a black supermarket in Kansas City, Missouri? Do we have a black independent school in Kansas City? Not no charter school, I said independent school. So how you got time to be out here wasting millions of dollars on Christmas gifts for lazy ass black children? Many of whom, oh, I know they lazy because I'm the school psychologist that does the special ed testing. I know they lazy. Oh, I know they lazy. I've been evaluating children for 25 years, and you know what I've learned in 25 years, and thousands of IQ tests, and thousands of psychological assessments, and thousands of reading, writing, and math tests. You know what I learned? That the learning disability is nothing more than a distraction from the real problem, which is a lazy disability. Our children ain't learning disabled, they lazy disabled. And they're lazy because your ass is lazy. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. We got seats. If anybody want to have a seat, come on over. You're not distracting the program. Ladies, if you want to go ahead and grab a seat, feel free to do so. Y'all hanging by the door because maybe I expected the cops to run in here. I don't know, but anyway. Your children are lazy. Which is why if I was in charge of special education in Missouri, guess what? We wouldn't diagnose the children, we would diagnose their parents. Come on. I would label you. I wouldn't label them. He couldn't be lazy if he didn't come from a lazy household. There's no way. And then they got him all drugged out on Ritalin, drugged out on Concerta, drugged out on Cycler, drugged out on Metadate. Do you know these drugs you're giving your children are nothing more than synthesized versions of cocaine? Yes. You giving your son cocaine called Ritalin, cocaine called Metadate, cocaine called Cycler. And why? Because some snow bunny said he can't sit still long enough to learn about Helen Keller, Anne Frank, and Christopher Columbus. Who the hell want to sit still for that shit? Oh, Dr. Umar, I think you wrong. I think my son do got ADHD. I think he do. He real hyper. No, you know what the problem is? He's around women all day. Now, he's suffocating from feminine energy. Your son got snow bunnies at school all day and angry ass black women all night. That's what the problem is. Suffocating from feminine energy. Kansas City schools know how to fix this problem. They don't want to. Give all the black boys a strong, masculine black male teacher and you cut all these problems in half. But they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. Oh, black boys need a special curriculum, and black boys need a special school. Listen, brothers and sisters, our boys can learn the same way white kids can. You know what the problem is? It's not them. It's the different way they're being treated by white women. But you notice, they always target the black. What can we do to save these boys? Stop focusing on them and focus on the damn snow bunnies who are responsible for the special ed referral, responsible for the Ritalin referral, responsible for the ADHD. White women are the conduit of the school to prison pipeline. Focus on their ass. And then we have a reading problem. We have a reading problem in the black community because y'all don't take your children to the library no more. Yeah. Kansas City is thinking about shutting some of its public libraries down because y'all don't use them. Yeah. And I'm trying to understand, in a city where half the black boys are reading 2 grades below their class level, how in the hell you got time not to get them a library card? I'm trying to understand, in a city where half the black boys can't do math on grade level, you out buying Christmas gifts called iPads and cell phones and video games. Listen, if your son cannot read on grade level and you buying him a video game unit for Christmas, you investing in his future incarceration. I want you to know that. I want all you mothers and fathers in here who buying toys for lazy ass black kids. You are investing in mass incarceration. Wait a minute, Dr. Umar, that's not fair. My son, dad, been in jail half his life. I'm just trying to give him the things that I never had. Okay, so what you're doing is you're going to strip him of his masculinity by catering to his emotional weaknesses. That's what we're doing? Yep. Because if that's what we're doing, I need you to understand something. White people don't give black boys second chances. And the reason why so many of our young men end up in the juvenile justice system is they come from homes, your homes, where there's no consequences, no repercussions, no punishments at all. They can talk themselves out of every problem, and then when they walk outside and the police tell them to stand still, and they keep walking anyway, because they never listened to mother when she gave an order. They never listened to father when he gave an order. So I don't have to listen to the white man either. And the white man ain't giving him a second chance. Your household is a training ground for your boys and girls in the art of surviving racism. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You don't spoil no damn black boy. Are you crazy? And you wonder why black women can't find a decent black man. Because we are not raising decent black men. We are spoiling our damn sons to the point that they are no good for someone else's daughter. Some damn Air Jordans. $250,000 for a bunny hopping ass black man. You done lost your damn mind. Did you see Michael Jordan's prenup with the white Cuban he married? If they ever get a divorce, he has to pay her $1 million for every year they were together. Do you think that's about love? No. Ain't about no damn love. These white women ain't marrying black men because they love you. They wifing you for your damn money, wealth, and your melanin, you fools. Look at Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, my Philadelphia brother. He dies, leaves almost $1 billion to a white Latino. You think Vanessa Bryant is going to come to Philadelphia and build a school for black boys? Hell no. She just did a partnership in Kobe's name with 3 universities, and not one of them was a HBCU. With a black man's money. Y'all think the white women who sleep with black men are different from the white women who don't sleep with black men. You're absolutely wrong. All white people are racist, everyone. There's no exceptions. The children, the dog, the cat, the roaches. is when a black man thinks he's so privileged that he will bring his snow bunny into an all-black space. We having a black meeting about black problems, and this coon going to come and bring this thing into a meeting. You notice, anybody can come to black meetings. You can't go to nobody's. I want you to try walking into a Chinese church on Sunday. I want you to walk into a Jewish community center when they're having a meeting about Jewish issues. I want you to show up in an Arabic community center when they talking about Arab problems. Even if you is Muslim, they're going to show your ass the door. When people are meeting about their community, they don't allow outsiders. Only people who got duped into that is us through colorblind religion. The hell is colorblind religion? And the third thing the black church takes from black people that we can't afford to give away is our damn money. Today's Sunday. Half you Negroes just came from a church. Did anything change from the time you left or went in there? You've been going to church your whole life. What has the church you've been attending ever done of significance for black people? Now let me clarify, because one of you Negroes is going to say we gave out some turkeys. We dedicated a playground like we ain't got enough of those. Listen, black America has 5 major problems. You got them right here in Kansas City, Missouri. Miseducation, mass incarceration, gentrification, police brutality and genocide, and economic apartheid. That's the 5 right there. What is your church doing to deal with any one of the 5 problems I just named? Not a damn thing. Go pray about it. And then pay about it. But at the end of the day, it's our fault. Because we are $2 trillion people, Kansas City. We spend $30 billion on hair a year. Come on. Black women, come on, sisters. $30 billion on weave, perm, and beauty products, skin bleaching. And brothers, we ain't got no room to criticize. Black men ain't got no room to criticize. And I'm gonna tell you why. Why you think black women wear weaves? Why you think black women perm their hair? Why you think black women are addicted to blonde, gold, and dusty brown hair? Because they've watched us and they've seen that their black man prefers a black beauty that can closely approximate white standards of beauty. So the black man is as responsible as the black woman for her hair care decisions. And if we really wanted our women natural black men, let's stop being a hypocrite. Go home tonight and tell your woman, if you don't cut that shit off your head, I'm divorcing you. If we really going to be revolutionary tonight, are we talking or do we really mean it? Because every woman in here will be natural tomorrow if her man gives her a decision she can't afford. You think she'd rather have a weave or a man? She'd rather have a perm or a husband? She'd rather have you. So she's trying to look like what you want. I got a real simple rule. If I can't grab it, ladies, you can't have it. I make love real naturally. I like to grab that head. Come here, queen. And if it come off, that just destroyed the whole libido. And if there's one thing black women need to know about your beauty sisters, You don't need all that hair. That's not African, that's white folks. Their beauty is tied up in hair. African women's beauty isn't tied up in long hair. Go to Africa, sisters got shortcut and look just as fine. Remember when Sanaa Lathan cut her hair off to do that movie? Did you see how fine that sister was? Black women have the most beautiful eyes, the most beautiful nose structure, the cheekbones, the lip line. Why are you covering up all that beauty with all this so nasty hair that ain't giving you nothing but a ringworm? Bald spots. Ladies, if you got a bald spot or a ringworm, don't keep trying to patch it up. The ringworm needs oxygen. The bald spot needs oxygen. The reason your bald spot not filling in is you keep it covered with more weave. I cut hair. I went to a high school where they taught us how to cut hair. I cut my way through college. If you got bald spot and ringworm problems, go bald. Cut it all off and let it grow back. That's how you handle that. But black women are so insecure about their beauty that most of you could never consider a bald head for 2 and 3 months to give your hair a chance to come back the right way. And black man, if you living with a woman with a ringworm or a bald spot, no, hey. Damn, this is Kansas City. Said kick her out. Damn. That brother needs some therapy. Listen, no, you don't kick her out. You say, listen, babe, we're going to go through this together. I'm tired of looking at the ringworms. They're getting older. They eating up all the food tonight. So you gonna go bald. And this is what you do, black man. It works. I told it works. Make her go bald, and you're gonna take care of her scalp till the hair start growing back. Massage her head every night. Kiss her head. Get you some shea butter, some almond butter, some cocoa butter. I don't give a damn if it's Crisco butter. And you rub that head down, and you tell that head, listen, I need you to come home back. And after 3 months, look, ladies, it's the Christmas time. If you go bald now, it's the beginning of December. Let's say you go home tonight, take it all off. You can wear African hair wraps. Nobody got to know you bald. Except your man, and you can even keep it on when y'all making love if it's that much of a problem. Okay? If you do that now, by the end of Black History Month, I'm serious. By the end of Black History Month, you'll be where I'm at. I'm serious, ladies. But don't put no artificial chemical. See, the problem is, when y'all do go bald, y'all go right back to the Ching Wan Sunk, Young Jung Kim hair king. Stop putting them damn oriental chemicals in your hair. Go all natural everything. That's all you got. We got any natural hair care sisters in here? Who do the natural hair? Here go natural hair care sisters in here. I need to go find one of these natural hair care sisters in here. There you go. They got the moisturizers. They got whatever you need. Hell, I know, because every time I speak somewhere in the world, some natural hair care queen gives me a bottle of shea butter. I got so much shea butter, I had to rent an apartment just for the shea butter. But all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all that shea butter I've been getting, and when we open up FDMG, we just gonna have a place, because you know when the kids come to school ashy and dry, I'm gonna have a spray butter water gun. Get your ashy ass over. And I'm gonna just soak the kids on that with the shea butter. Now, I want to talk about education. But before I do, I didn't read Kamala's tweet. Listen to this. It just left. Where you go, Kamala? Hold on. I got this backstage. She tweeted backstage. She should have knew I was going to talk about it. Hold on. Where you at? I think I screenshot it on the FDMG phone. I got 2 phones, y'all. My phone, and I take care of all the FDMG business on this phone. And I want to see all of y'all at the FDMG grand opening next year. I want all my Kansas City family to be at the FDMG. Because we finished the renovations, y'all. We got everything done. Plumbing, electric, HVAC. Listen to this. I'm giving everybody a homework assignment tonight. When you go home, you're going to get on Twitter and you're going to respond to Kamala Harris's disrespectful tweet. Listen, it's not what she said, it's the picture next to what she said. Listen, she said, too many minority-owned small businesses have been left out of getting federal contracts. President Joe Biden and I have committed to increasing federal contracting by 50% for minority and underserved businesses, and we're on track to do that. Sounds good, right? But she got a picture here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Asians, Latinos, Native Americans, and white women. Not a single black person in the picture. Do y'all see that disrespect? She's making it known I'm not talking to black people. And you wonder why they got the migrants in Chicago and New York. In Kansas City, you better be careful because they might try to finish your gentrification campaign by giving y'all a way full of migrants. They already here, y'all got migrants in Kansas City? I didn't know y'all had migrants in Kansas City. I didn't know y'all had migrants in Kansas City. Y'all know what that's about, right? That's about bringing them in to overwhelm all of the local services, food stamps, aid to children, Section 8, all of that. They're going to overwhelm the social service system so there's nothing left for black people because they gave it all to the migrants. They're doing it already. Chicago and New York, and the reason they chose Chicago and New York first is because those are our 2 strongest black cities. If we lose Chicago and New York, everybody else is easy to get rid of because they're the biggest, the baddest, the boldest. And look what they're doing. So the migrants are here to replace you. And all the new jobs, they're going to get them first. And this is why black people better stop calling yourselves minorities. And you better stop calling yourself people of color. I saw something earlier where Mayor Quinton was talking about minorities. That is nothing more than a distraction and a deflection to make you think they're talking about you, but they're talking about all non-whites except you. Tell them you are black or African. Don't you dare let them put you in a minority umbrella because they'll say we gave out $2 billion in minority contracts in Kansas City this year. And you can't find a single black person with a contract. Because they went to the Chinese, the migrants, the Arabs, the East Indians, the homosexuals, the white women. They don't even include us no more. And part of it is our fault. Because when Barack Obama got elected for president, I stood right up here on this podium, right here in the Gym Theater, almost 10 years ago, and I told y'all, Barack Obama is being put in office to distract black people long enough so white America can take everything we fought for and give it to the illegal aliens. Barack Obama was a kamikaze project. They used Barack Obama to play on your emotions, and y'all went for it. Y'all went for it.